Good morning. Welcome back to another 40 run. Ugh. Good morning and welcome back to another 40 runners. Thanks for tuning in. Decided to sleep in a little longer today and go out mid-morning. As we were coming in yesterday, didn't mention in the video, but ended up seeing a buck and a doe about at 10 o'clock in the morning. So I think these bucks probably are, doing their thing all night, bedding up for a few hours in the morning, and then maybe going and making their rounds. Came off a really hot and heavy evening last night. Saw a lot of good buck action, and Dad did also. Definitely things are changing here. I think the rut is started or going. Saw chasing, saw grunting last night, snort wheezing. Bucks were up earlier, more in the daylight. So gonna head out to our north ridge. I got the rattling horns. I'm gonna do some rattling, probably some grunting, and stay out to probably a little before noon, and then I'll come back and watch the Packer game. But who knows what we'll see. It's cool this morning. It's about 37 degrees. We have a southwest wind with gusts up to about 15 to 20. It's awesome out here. All right, walking down the trail, and already we got a fresh scrape right here. It's a good sign. That was not here yesterday. Oh, another one. Look at that. That's 2 scrapes walking to the stand that weren't here yesterday evening. So they could have came through last night or early this morning and made those scrapes. We'll see how many more are on the way to the stand here. One thing about this setup in this stand I don't like is most of the deer are gonna come from over here, I think, or behind me. So my camera and my bow are on my left side. Makes it hard. Got the rattling horns. And this is one of those ones you dangle by a rope and you just kind of pull it up and down and they clank together on the ground. My brother saw it somewhere, so that's what we're gonna be doing today. I'm gonna get these set up, and then I'm just gonna sit for a little while, let things die down, and then we'll do some sequences of this. in the stand for about 10 minutes now. And I already see a buck down in our north marsh here. There's no way with this camera I'm gonna get on him with any sort of good footage, but he's in a thicket right now, kind of raking his horns. For some reason, oh, there's another one. Big buck. Shot, he was quartering to a bit. Oh my God, you guys. I don't know how I feel about that shot, but he's hurting. He's hurting. did the rattles and he came right in. Haven't seen that buck yet. I haven't even been in the stand for half hour. Man, that arrow's in him hard. 1/4-2. I think what I gotta do is I just gotta get out of here and back out and go talk to Dad. I'm gonna give it a little longer though. I didn't hear him crash or anything. It's been about almost a half hour since I shot that buck. I have made some poor shots in the past, and I mean, just like everyone else, so. That buck, I just ranged it. It was 13 yards, 1/4-2. I took my pin and I went up his shoulder, his right shoulder. I mean, his 1/4-2. Kind of like, I know it's hard to show you guys the angle, but like that. I mean, I buried that whole arrow in that deer. I don't think there's no exit wound. We're not gonna find a lot of blood, I think. I got this big downed limb behind me. He ran on the other side of that. I saw tails flickering a lot. And then I just lost sight of him. So I don't know if he laid down. I didn't hear a crash. I'm just thinking with the angle of that arrow, I hope I hit something vital, you guys. Now that I'm replaying it standing up. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get down, pack up all my stuff. Squirrels are freaking me out. But yeah, I'm gonna get down, I'm gonna look with the binos, see if I can see anything down there. See if I can find some blood at the point of impact. Alright, let's hope there's a good ending to this story, you guys. I'm not seeing any blood, you guys. And he went through all this thick stuff. I'm gonna try to sneak as quiet as I can. Oh my god, you guys, I feel sick to my stomach. Alright, you guys, I'm at first blood. I see more of it right there. Alright, I'm gonna back out, you guys. I'm gonna go get Dad. Might give this deer a little while. Alright, I gotta mark it. Alright, I marked it with an arrow. We're gonna back out. Let's go find Jimmy John and tell him the good news so far. It was nice finding that blood. It was good blood.
Did you get one? What?
Nice one.
Which one?
And I haven't seen him.
You liar.
No, I'm not lying.
Where'd you get him from? Jim?
Jim's rattled him into like 13 yards.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's see.
What do you mean, let's see?
I want to see the picture.
I haven't found him yet.
I know, but I want to see the picture of you beforehand. You really got one.
Yeah.
So I have to get ready to go out there.
I don't know. He was 1/4-2 pretty hard. I don't know if we
Is he on the
Would
property?
give him some time. I don't know. Found good blood though. I backed out once I found the blood. I didn't see him laying
Better
anywhere.
not be a basket rack.
Let's see.
It's only 10:30.
Dad, 15 minutes in the stand, he came by. See if I can find him.
He's right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's nice. Now you get it. Good job.
He's a good buck, huh?
Yeah. Wow.
Look at that, you guys. That's post shoot a buck breakfast sandwiches. Got one that has Chick-fil-A sauce on it, and the other's got some A1. I'm gonna eat these. All right, me and Dad, it's been over 2 hours, and we're hopping in Grandma's minivan. Sweet ride. We're gonna drive a little ways out there and then pick up the blood trail. See it up here? Yeah, look at all the bubbles, Dad. Well, you guys, we got on the blood trail, followed it, found good blood for the first like 60 yards, found nice big spots with blood in the bubbles, nice bright red blood. Then we got to a spot on the ridge here where it comes down into this marsh, and couldn't tell, but it looked like he started going one way and then turned and headed the other direction, but the blood either way at the fork in the road, I mean, it little to nothing. We've been having a hard time finding blood. Tried doing some grid searching in this thick stuff behind me, but we just can't tell which way. There's so many different paths he could have taken. God, he's a dead buck. I don't know what to do. All right, you guys, after a whole afternoon wallowing and sulking, what I did is I got online and I was able to find a dog tracker, something I never thought I would have to do. So yeah, I got a dog tracker coming to the property tonight. It's just been a roller coaster of a day. I have a knot in my stomach. I haven't really had an appetite. You guys probably have been there. If you haven't, I hope something like this never happens to you. I'm really excited to meet this dog and the tracker, the owner. But yeah, I think we have a dead deer. I'm hoping that this still ends well. And we're just gonna sit by the fire and I'm gonna try to relax, which will be hard. But hopefully we got a good video for you guys. It should be really interesting capturing this dog and its owner tracking and just experiencing that. I've seen it online before and it's a really cool deal, and I'm glad this guy wasn't too far from where we're located, and I appreciate him coming out. So he seemed excited. He seems pretty positive we're gonna find this deer, and yeah, I'll probably pick up the camera once we start tracking. Stick with us, guys. We might find a dead deer tonight.
We'll go over by where the shot was, and then I'll let him just start getting the scent around.
Okay. Right here.
Okay.
That's where you where I hit him.
And he took off.
He went right around here. He came actually to here and around.
Okay.
And then here's that big deadfall. I couldn't see him back over here.
Okay. Gotcha.
But that's what you were saying. But yeah, I mean, I can tell you the one runners, they're kind of tough to get. I'm not gonna lie, but there is a chance. You know what I mean? Either way, they have one in the morning.
First blood's like right up here somewhere, I think.
Right there to the right.
Yeah, but he might have, like I said, it was so fast I'd have to rewatch it, but he came right here really fast.
Okay.
Yeah, he's right where good amount of blood is. There's that toilet paper right there.
Is that where he was stood?
Yeah, he stood right there, and then there's, I mean, it kind of goes down to somewhere over here, and that's where we lost.
Oh yeah, I can see the blood there.
Did you drop them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even think he would have came this way. We were all over here.
It's probably a good thing you didn't, to be honest, because he was probably alive for a while.
Oh man, that's
Like I said, he could be. Let's see here.
yeah.
Once we get further in, we'll try to be a little quiet. I'm not trying to make you overthink anything. Right now, I just had to point out something. Sometimes, well, think about hunting thermals at night when you're tracking. Sometimes on these hills that come down, you can feel it right now. And it really makes it hard, especially if the deer could be like that up in here. You could be stuck in a scent pool for an hour right here. You know,
That's
if
how
you
it
ever
was.
get stuck in a scent pool, just try to get beyond wherever it feels like the thermals are pulling. You know what I mean?
There's another deer. My God. That's a buck, ain't it? Yep. That's a buck.
Do you see it?
Yeah, right there.
What kind? How big?
I don't know, I didn't bring binocs.
That's a buck, isn't it?
Let me get this brighter.
That sure is. That's not your deer, is it?
I can't even see the horns.
About even with his ears.
Yeah, this one was to the ears.
10 inches or so.
Well, let's see what the dog does. Let him go. Keep following him.
Can you see the horns, Dad?
No.
You guys want to stay on him?
Yep. Yeah, just do your thing. That's for sure a buck. You can't see that?
I can see it, but I can't see the horn.
I see eyes glowing, but...
See?
Oh, yeah. I want to say... I can't tell.
We'll see what happens here.
He's not. You think he would have got up already?
No.
No.
It's similar.
Well, let's see what the dog does. Yeah, keep going.
That could be him.
He's going down in there.
Yeah, many years ago.
It doesn't want to move.
If they're hurt enough, usually you can walk right up to him.
That is yours.
That's him.
You got blood there? Let him keep going. You want me to come down there?
We need your life.
He's still there, right?
No, he just got up.
Huh?
He just got up.
Yep.
Oh, did he run? Or is that him up?
No, he kind of bounded. Holy cow, he's not dead. All right, you guys, it is the very next day. Had the dog tracker come out. He didn't get out here till about, it was like sometime after 9, and then gave us a good introduction to how dog tracking kind of works. And if you guys don't know, when you hit a deer, it it releases a pheromone out of a gland in the hoof, and that's what that dog smells. I didn't know that. I thought it was based off blood, or maybe that deer had some sort of scent it could stand, but what it does is that arrow hits, and if you hit something that's like vital, something that's going to eventually kill the deer, it secretes a certain pheromone specific for that one deer, which that kind of blows my mind to think that these dogs can do that. I took him out to the hit site, and it took the dog about 5 minutes to kind of just get acclimated to the area. Once it got on that scent from that deer, I mean, it followed the blood trail all the way to where me and my dad found last blood. But then it continued on the trail. And as we were going, you know, this dog, nose to the ground, knew exactly where it wanted to go, followed exactly where that deer went. And the tracker was pointing out blood here, blood there. Started getting a little bit farther away where I kind of had a hunch maybe that's where the deer went, but we did not go tracking over there. And thank God we didn't, because you guys, if you shoot a deer and you lose blood and you want to hire a tracker, the less you are walking around grid searching for that deer, the better. The best thing to do is when you lose blood, back out, call the tracker, because if you go down there and you start grid searching, you could start crossing that path where that deer went, and your boots and stuff will pick up that pheromone and spread it. So it not saying the dog can't still pinpoint where that deer went. It's just going to take them a lot longer to get on to where that deer went. So back out, call your tracker, have them come out. If you can, if you do have the shot on video or something like I did, that helps a lot. If you don't, try to remember as best your arrow shot placement, how the deer reacted. They even asked me like the height of the tree stand, how far it was. These guys were very professional and thorough, and I was super impressed with them. But yeah, back to the tracking. The dog took us straight to this buck, you guys. I'm telling you, it was 15 minutes, including like the dog getting acclimated. But once he got on this trail, took us straight to the buck. I rolled some of that footage, and you'll see, and I'm going to be explaining kind of what happened the rest of the night. Saw the buck bedded, and he did not want to move. We watched him for a little bit there, and he just wanted to stay in his bed. He was hurting. Eventually, we got about 40 yards away from the buck, and he ended up getting up and kind of just couple leaps, and then he just walked. So we stayed back, gave the buck about a half hour, hopefully to bed back down and get back on his trail. The dog started getting back on the trail, and we got a few hundred yards away from where his last bed was. The dog could not get back on that deer's scent strongly, and the reason why is because some of these deer, when they're kind of rutted up, I mean, they have a name for them. They call them zombie deer. I mean, this was a rutted up buck, and he basically, what it was is that arrow is still in him, but he would not let himself feel that he was hurt. That stops that gland from releasing that pheromone, that scent that he gives off that the dog needs. So he stopped pretty much secreting that smell. We did arcs, we did circles, we tracked till about after midnight. What was so cool about this tracker is he just kind of honestly told me everything. I mean, he's found 75 deer already this year. This was his 6th track yesterday. Yeah, I mean, we just could not get back on the deer. At about midnight or a little after, we had to make the hard decision that we're probably not going to find this deer because he is one of these zombie deer. Maybe if he was hit a little more lethal, if the blood had kept flowing, we probably would have found this deer. He maybe would have bedded back up a little closer. The tracker still thought he was just in that little area, but it was so thick, tall grass, and we couldn't get eyes on him. Like I said, the dog could not get back on the trail, and that's not the dog's fault. I mean, it did its job. If I had put a better shot on that deer, and maybe instead of clipping along and hitting liver and gut, maybe, you know, it'd be a different outcome here. it would have been a 15-20 minute track. I would have my deer and I wouldn't be feeling this horrible today. But yeah, this is a long explanation of I mean, it was definitely a learning experience for me. I hope you guys don't have to go through this, but if you do, you want to like do the right thing, call a dog tracker. These two guys were awesome. I'm going to leave a link in the description to their Facebook page, and that has their phone number on it. And if you guys are we're in South Central Wisconsin. Anyways, links in the description, you guys. These guys were awesome. I will be using them again in the future if this ever happens again. I hope it doesn't. I mean, it sickens me to think that I didn't put a lethal enough shot on this deer, you guys. And it's a learning lesson for me. I'm going to be more cautious with my shots. Not going to take these hard quartering 2 shots or quartering away. Wait for a broadside shot. Try to get a pass through, you guys. Try to get both longs. Yeah, it was definitely just a learning experience, and it's hard. I'm not going to bullshit you guys. It's very hard. So yeah, instead of this awesome ending to this video, it's not. It's just a crappy ending. I'm sorry. Everything worked out according to how I planned yesterday, all the way up until shooting that deer, and then it was just up and down after that. But yeah, I hope you guys learned something from this video. Yeah, just a crappy way to end this video. I've tried 3 or 4 times starting this ending, and yeah, but I'm just telling you guys the truth. I'm showing you my hunts, how this stuff happens. It's real life. It's real hunting. This stuff happens. It happens more than you think. I mean, we were tracking this deer, and the tracker was getting phone calls and texts while we were out there even. So there's lots of guys in the area. I mean, this happens, and the most ethical thing you can do is back out, call a dog tracker. It's phenomenal. Great experience having my eyes open to the world of deer tracking, deer, dog recovery tracking, whatever you want to call it, you guys. But if you guys enjoyed this video and if you found it informative, please share your stories. If you have similar ones, tell me what you think of the shot placement. Tell me if you think that's a dead deer, if he's still alive. I would love to be able to get another crack at him and just finish him off. I got to end the video here, you guys. I got to hit the road, and kind of just a somber, crappy way to end it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.